Hey, is it Friday?
Are you coming to us from the toilet, Daniel?
Oh, it's like, is the week gone already? Is it really Friday?
Yeah.
Well,
It actually
guys,
is.
welcome to another installation of TechTalk. I can't believe it's Friday. What a busy week. So much coming up. Mike, what are we even talking about today? Come on.
Well, today I thought we'd discuss fads that have stuck around. I'm not talking about Facebook. I'm not talking about mullets. I'm talking about polished concrete. I believe back at the time it was considered that maybe it was a little bit of a fad, but I'm sure we'll all agree that it's stick around and it's probably here to stay. But let's discuss a bit about the history of polished concrete. Josh, you'll certainly have a bit of input on this one. I know you've obviously been in the industry since it all sort of began, I guess. What do you want to kick us off?
I thought you were just making a jibe at the grey in my beard.
I was going to say,
little fucking fella here.
because you're as old as dirt, but we're about the same age, so I can't say that. So.
No, this is a good one. I like it. It's true. I've been asked this question for about the last 20 years. Is this polished concrete thing just a fad? Well, what other fads are hanging around for about 20 years? I would say my answer to that, and I'm not being biased at all. I'm just examining the facts. I would say no, polished concrete's not a fad, and I think it's very much here to stay. And when I say polished concrete, I'm probably not meaning just polishing of concrete. I mean more so the actual industry or the trade of operating in grinders to repair, to restore, to polish surfaces or create new surfaces. All right. So if you own a concrete grinding machine today and a suitable vacuum for it, is there going to be a future for this gear? I absolutely think that we are going to continue to see growth into the future. If we talk about polished concrete 20 years ago in its infancy, it started very differently in the United States than the way that it started in Australia. And, in Australia, we saw polished concrete, first of all, in high-end residential in the United States. It was really used in a macro sense, so in warehousing, distribution centres and that sort of stuff. And now we're starting to see both of them kind of come together, which means that we've got everything covered from residential to retail to commercial to heavy industrial, everything. That's how much polished concrete has grown. If you haven't been in the industry for more than 10 years, you probably can't appreciate just how many spaces that polished concrete has filled. Now, you've got to remember that if polished concrete has filled a void in those spaces, then something else had to leave. So what are some of the things that had to leave? Well, in retail, if we're talking about mall space, we've got polished concrete there. So that means that we've lost a lot of the ceramic tile or marble, granite and terrazzo in particular. So we've lost a lot of that and it's been replaced with polished concrete. That was a big business before polished concrete. Then we've also got retail itself. So in the stores, we've replaced a lot of floor coverings. In commercial, industrial and warehousing space, of course, it hasn't necessarily replaced anything. It's just increased the longevity and the serviceability of that surface. And then, of course, we've got residential. I mean, I don't need to tell you what polished concrete has been replacing in residential for the last 15, 20 years, and it continues to see additional growth. So what do you reckon? Is polished concrete a fad? Is there a place in the country for a mullet?
Give us a spin, Dan.
Give us a spin, Dan. Let's see a mullet. Come on, mate.
Wow.
I'm still rocking there.
You've been working on that. I mean, Milan, what do you reckon?
Hair extensions, but that's crazy.
What I reckon about polished concrete, I'm going to throw this out there. A lot of guys might already know this, but concrete itself is the second most used resource in the world after water. So
both of them are fads.
Definitely fads. So what does that mean? It's used widely all across the world, and it's not going to go away because it holds up, I guess, the structures, but also you talked about floor coverings. What do those floor coverings need to go down? And usually they need a concrete slab to support all that. So as long as there is a slab there will always be polished concrete industry or concrete grind, or the need for concrete grinding. So one of the things we've seen through polished concrete and why it's replacing some of these floor coverings that we've had in the past, like terrazzo, is just the versatility of the product, but also the longevity of it, and also the impact on the environment too is very important. So the materials are always going to be there on site, so it's very easy to repair. So, you know, if that's a fad, and all of the stuff that I've just said works in that favor, so I don't think it'll ever go away, to be honest.
No.
So in order to support your argument, this planet would have to be a fad.
Correct.
To say to refute your argument, sorry. So
that's what I think.
All right.
Well, I've got a little bit of a backstory with my experience on polished concrete and today's polished concrete. So about 16 years ago, obviously I opened my own salon in around the area, and I had this lovely customer come in, and her name was Annie Jarks, you know.
She's already known as Annie Jarks.
Annie Jarks. It wasn't back. Yeah, she was always Annie Jarks. So Annie Jarks came in, and I was talking to Annie Jarks, and we're talking about what she was doing, and she's like, polished concrete. And at that point, I was only educated like polished concrete. Like you grind concrete, and you put this great glossy thing on top. It's like, that's polished concrete, you know. And then Annie Jarks said, no, we actually mechanically polish it. And I said, huh? This doesn't make sense. But then the education also for the actual buyers of polished concrete, meaning the customers, has evolved over time. So thanks to, you know, obviously Facebook, Instagram, all these different platforms, people have been able to educate themselves to actually what polished concrete is. And I think that's also helped grow the industry. So I think also, me personally, I never knew what polished concrete was, because we've been sold on this topical coatings, to now we have a premium product and it sells very well because it's great. So I don't see that going away anytime soon.
Not a lot of contraction on the horizon.
Absolutely.
I don't know after what point I'm able to stop saying this, but I am still very new to the industry. And you're absolutely right, Josh. I don't know any different as far as just the diversity. If I've got a customer call me that they're doing a particular job and the tooling they might need and that sort of thing there, then it's just incredibly diverse. You can't just assume that they're doing a residential floor or anything like that. It could be concrete piers, it could be fireplaces, it could be bench tops, it could be commercial flooring, it could be, you know, residential. There's just so many different, and just when you think you know them all, a different one will come along. So it is very diverse, and hence the nice tool range and everything that we have to go with it. So yeah, absolutely.
I guess a good indicator that it's not a fad as well is the concrete plants have evolved with it too. So they're introducing all these decorative mixes, which you couldn't see maybe 10, 15 years ago. It was just you get concrete, you get blue metal in it, and see you later, or river pebble. But now the concrete industry, or decorative concrete industry, has grown to such a large capacity in Australia, and not just in Australia, around the world, that, you know, it's just giving the end consumer more options, and as a result, I think it's here to stay. No fad here.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I mean, the more education you put out there of what you do and put it on a billboard, meaning your truck or your van or your car, whatever you have. Instagram, like, you know, there's so many people, I'm sorry to say, but they're lazy with posting, you know? Post your great project, post what you do, you craftsman. And I find it so exciting seeing these great floors out there, and a lot of the feedback, and when I say lazy, I know they're busy, but what I'm actually saying.
Wow. Wait to hit the there, Dan.
Digging a hole. I don't know. I know that. I appreciate everything. So, but what I'm saying is, like, it's be proud of what you do and like share it, because I think there's a lot of appreciation for what you guys do day in, day out. And it's really nice to just, get a little bit of appreciation for people who appreciate it. As well.
So keep those posts coming, you lazy 18-hour-a-day slaves.
Good one, guys. Good topic, I think. Nice to have a good chat about things. Absolutely.
That's it. All righty.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm going to crack open a beer.
Right.
It's that time.
Certainly
Nice
is.
Just another fad that's stuck around.
Beer's a fad. This beer's going to be a fad. It's not going to last 10 minutes.
All right.
All right, boys. Well, cheers for that one. Another good topic. We'll give it the Daniel clap, I think. What do you reckon?
Let's do it.
Cheers, guys. Happy Friday.
Have a great one, guys.